Hey friends, it's Becca with Beautiful Mess Plans. I'm here to film another week. Plan with me in my Hobonichi weeks. We are coming down to the end of November. Nope, October. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I do want to say, okay, first of all, I did change my cover. This is from the same company. It's like Butterfly Notebook. I think I have it linked in the description if you're interested. She makes, I think she's based in Ukraine. And she makes beautiful, very durable covers. All my covers for my Hobonichis are from there, and they're very, very, very pretty. Also, you'll notice that I added this clip, which is from a store that I don't think is open anymore, and I can't even think of what it is at the top of my head. But I looked for them the other day because I remember all of her cute clips, and I don't think she's around anymore. But I was like, I found her, and I was like, well, I'm going to add her on my monthly. But for now, I'm going to take her off. Okay. So this is the week we are currently in. I haven't honestly used my planner that much this week. Part of it is because I'm kind of lost interest in this size, and part of it's just kind of I've been in a weird mood. Remove my sticky note, a reminder for next week. And sorry if you hear noise in the background. My big kids are home from school. They're watching like Looney Tunes in the background, I think, so it is loud. But we are going to be planning for the week of October 23rd through October 29th. So the last full week of October, which is crazy. My plan is to do kind of like what I did last week, where I do a mix of Halloween and the fall stuff. And then next week, even though November starts and more November than October, I'm going to do all Halloween next week because it's Halloween. And then I'll get into the November kits and what I'm excited to make the change. I can't believe there's only like 2 months left in this year. I'm going to layer this. It's hard to see on camera. Actually, I did it here. So you can kind of see the leaves underneath the spider web, and I kind of like how it looks. So why not? Feels very like mix of Halloween and fall. So I'm going to do it. I tried it out because I wanted to see what it looked like. I just didn't think it looked very good with this pattern, but with just like the plain leaves, I liked it. So I'm gonna do it. This next week is there's things going on this week. I think I have something that's not on my calendar. I do. My son has I just realized I should write this down before I forget it. He has a musical this week. I think it's 6:30. Maybe it's 6. I don't know. I'll have to check that. Anyway, it's a fairly quiet week. I can't remember if I've talked about this. So my son has been in Scouts for the last 2 years, and he wanted to do it again this year. So he's, signed back up with the intention of doing it again at his school, which is where there's a scout troop that's done through the school. I mean, like, not every school in the area has a scout troop, but one of the scout troops in the area was his school. So obviously that's what we were going for. And they've kind of been, my husband has been really frustrated with them for the last 2 years because their communication is not great. It's just been weird. And last year was such a mess. They didn't even have den. So you have the pack, and then which is all the boys or girls, because girls can be in Scouts as well. But in his, it was just boys. So you have the pack, and then you have the dens, which breaks it down by like age group. The first year he had a den. Then last year there was no den. Like it was just pack stuff, which was okay, but it was just a little odd. So my husband's been really frustrated by the lack of communication, and it just felt like it's been a mess. And we were fully intending to do Scouts again this year because my son wanted to do Scouts, so we would do Scouts. And then a month goes by, and then another month, and then we're realizing that we're not hearing anything. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the different options because I kind of want to use this owl. And I have in my in the rub-ons wrong one, a branch, but the branch kind of faces the other way, and I think it would look weird. I mean, I guess it wouldn't look that weird to be this direction, but it's clearly intended to be this direction. I guess I could put it on this side. Nothing to stop me, right? It's my planner. Anyway, so we're getting like, we'll get through our August, which is kind of the beginning of the school, so whatever. Didn't hear anything. We get into September and still nothing. And by this point, my son's starting to ask, you know, like, are we, when's my next scout meeting? And we're like, I don't know. And then he comes home one day and says, one of the boys in his class was in his scout group. Says, oh yeah, he joined a different scout group. And it was like, oh. And then it kind of occurs to us, it's like, well, they're not doing anything. And so it's like, okay, well, buddy, it doesn't seem like we're going to have scouts. And he gets upset because he doesn't do really any other activities. It's the only thing that he's really asked to do. So I said, okay, I'll look around and see what I can find. And I started looking and I found two options. I felt like were, you know, one through a school that's like a mile away from us and then another through a church that's not that far. So I contact both and I hear back from the school, which is closer than the other one. We have quite a few families joining from the school and, you know, you're welcome to join because apparently there was other people that was feeling just as frustrated as we were by the whole situation and feeling a little bit like, well, where are we going to put our sons or our kids? I mean, again, the pack at his school was just boys. So he's excited. I forgot where I was going with all this, other than he's excited because we found him a pack and he gets to go on Tuesday to this pack meeting. And so far it's so much better than it was because they've communicated with us. And I don't know how much of that you saw because that was kind of pushed down. Sorry. Right there, the fact that she has emailed me back and I've been in communication with her quite a bit is already a good sign to me that they are better organized and it won't hopefully be the giant mess that we have come from. And hopefully my husband won't be as frustrated. The funny part, however, of it is, so my husband always does the pack stuff with him. That night at their school, my kids' school, was Watchdog Night. I've talked about it before, but Watchdog Night is basically dads can sign up, or actually any father figure. Most often it is dads or grandfathers, but sign up to help to spend a day in the school, helping around the school. So they are in their kids' classrooms, but they're also, you know, going to specials and recess and helping at lunch and, you know, whatever around the school. And so that night is Watchdogs Pizza Night. So it's kind of a kickoff informational thing. So we'd already signed up for my husband and my kids to go to that. And so we're going to kind of divide and conquer. So now, and what I was going to do, I was going to stay home with my youngest who's not in school yet. And then my oldest, you know, my two kids in school, we're going to go with my husband. And so now we're going to divide and conquer, and I'm going to take him to the scout meeting. So my husband is going to take my girls to the Watchdog Night. So, you know, I'm just having to kind of change stuff. But, yeah, it'll be good. My son is so excited. There might be some kids even. I told him, I said, there's going to be a lot of kids you don't know. And, you know, but there's going to be some kids from your school. I don't know any from your grade, but, you know, you might recognize a few of them. So he's excited to just be able to do some scout stuff again, because he really did enjoy it a lot. It's just that our pack was just a mess. And I even emailed him before I, started communicating with this other pack about, like, is this going to happen this year? Never heard back. It's like, okay, well, I think we made the right call. And I think my husband would be way less frustrated taking him because, you know, we'll actually know. Before, we didn't even know when pack meetings were going to be until literally the day before, sometimes the day of. And it sounds like we're going to know pretty much like, hey, there's a scout something coming up with some kind of warning. We may not know every single detail, but we're going to know, you know, a little bit beforehand, which will be amazing. So, yeah. Anyway, that was a very long-winded way of explaining that, and I lost my train of thoughts. And that's what's going on. That's a big thing that's happening this week that my son is so excited about. I'm trying to think. I feel like I need to add something again up in this corner, and I'll probably add like a saying here. I have more bats. I did the bat last week. And I could do a bat. I could do like a raven here. I have this raven here. I'm trying to choose something somewhat small so I have room. I'm sorry, is this a mosquito? Is that what this is supposed to be, or is this like a flying bug? Because granted, I find mosquitoes terrifying. I mean, I don't think Halloween, I don't think mosquitoes, but it kind of, what it makes me think of. I don't know. What do you think? What is that? I mean, granted, they are terrifying because I hate them. They love me, but I hate them. I mean, I could do the candy, but I don't know that I want to do the candy. There are spiders. Again, I could put the raven right here. There's this little bat. He looks different than the bat I used last week. Let's just take him off and kind of perch him up here and see what I think. He's not really standing on anything, but, you know, I'm not going to cut his little tail off. We're just going to make it work. And I was thinking about putting pumpkins here because I think we're going to carve our pumpkins. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I haven't really thought this out. I don't know if you've noticed this yet. There's some people that come into, like, these Plan With Me's and they have it all planned and they know what they're going to do and they know what stickers. Clearly, I have put zero thought process into this. I don't know. I'm kind of looking to see if there's anything I want to incorporate. I will use a lot of this. I've been using it in my journal, but I'm also going to use a lot of it in my like memory planner. I mean, I thought about like this pumpkin stack because I think we're going to be carving pumpkins down here on the weekend. Because we normally do it like right before. We'll probably do it on the Sunday. So I could put this. Do I want to put a fall thing with it though? I mean, I don't feel like the mushrooms go. I could do some leaves. I could do some leaves underneath like this down here. And then put the pumpkins kind of right on top of them. Sure. Let's go for it. This is a little bit more decorated. I don't usually put stuff like along here. It's a little bit more than I normally do, but I don't know. I have it, right? There's a lot more stuff this time around because I have the Halloween stuff and I want it. My goal is always to use up as much as I can. So I said I wanted to use something here. So let's look. I could just use, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I could use just a spooky season one. A spooky season. Oh no, I think that works. Okay, so obviously I do this differently every time. I don't know if you guys ever really pay attention. There's some people that always have a system to how they do, you know, planning. I apparently don't. Because like last week, I think I did the functional stuff first, and this week I have decorated first. But I'm gonna pull out boxes and I'm gonna flip back here, and let's see, we'll put this in here. So Monday, I've got nothing. I've got a bunch of stuff on Tuesday. So we have Math Wings, the Watchdog Pizza Night, and then the Scouts. So Math Wings, I usually just mark with that, and then we'll go ahead and mark gymnastics too. And then we have Divide and Conquer night. So, how do I want to do this? Because I feel like I need to mark the other things so that everyone remembers, you know, everyone remembers where they're going. I could use this for Scouts, and then Watchdog Pizza Night maybe with... So we have our pizza night, because they're basically at the same time, just different locations and different people involved. So it's really our first like Divide and Conquer night that we've had to do. And then there is nothing on Wednesday. And then Thursday we have gymnastics and the second grade musical, which is super important. My son is so excited. So we're gonna mark that. It's called Dino Stars, I think. He even has a speaking part, so he's super pumped. And actually, okay, I just made some new stickers. Her name is Boo, and she's so adorable. And I wanted to pull out, oh, there it is. So these are technically, like, I think supposed to be coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I thought we could use these for, like, our hot chocolate Fridays. Especially because I don't have anything else to mark on Friday because there's nothing else. My brother-in-law his birthday is on Saturday. My husband will just text him, so it doesn't. So we can kind of mark this with Hot Chocolate Friday, and that'd be cute. And that's it. So I need to write in work up here, and then this week. I have a lot going on this page. I don't hate it. I always like my pages a lot more once they're filled in. So I imagine this will be the same in this case as well. Wings, okay. Then we have our gymnastics, and then just write in Dino Stars, which is the name of his musical. I'm gonna double check the time because I can't remember what time it actually is for. And then we have Hot Chocolate Friday. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before, but that's not very good handwriting. But it's basically every Friday from when it starts to get cold, so usually sometime in October, sometimes until November if it takes us that long, to about spring break, we do Hot Chocolate Friday. So every Friday they're in school, I will make them hot chocolate with marshmallows. Like right now we have ghost marshmallows, which are a lot of fun. And it's kind of a fun tradition. They each have their own like character mugs. And so my son has like a Captain America one. My oldest has Jasmine. She loves Jasmine. And then my youngest has a sloth because her favorite stuffed animal is a sloth. And so her favorite animal is a sloth. So I think that's it. I have no idea what I'm going to even... I have no idea. So I'll write that in later. Oh, I guess I could write out... We have our library strings and... What do I normally put? Show and tell. I should probably make my notes about that as well. All right, I had to keep going back. So I imagine most schools are like this, where you have like numbered days, so like they know when their specials are. And because we just had the current week we're in is this week. They had a half day, so they didn't have, it wasn't a number day, and then 2 days off. I had to figure out what number, what letter goes with what day. So obviously I got the strings day wrong because Monday would be D day, which means nothing to you, I know, but that's when my son's library is. For some reason I was thinking that's when she had strings, but she has it on A and C days, which is not on Monday, and so I had to white it out, which does not match this paper at all, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so now I think I'm done. I think what I will do is I'll figure out what it is that I need to accomplish this week later. My handwriting is real bad this week. So that's what I got. So I'm going to wrap it up because this has been kind of a long plan with me and I've chatted a ton. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.